objective of this meeting is to clarify all the that Joanna showed to us in the 4 previous sessions, and I tried to put everything in one single diagram in order to understand how are all the processes working together, and if everything is okay. It's quite complicated to put everything, but but we need some clarification from you, Joanna. I will start explaining that, for example, for television, we receive the signal in, and correct me if I'm wrong, Joanna, please. You have five servers for 5 channels. I see the configuration, and I see that you have 5 channels in duplicated. One is for the original, the other for backups. This is for local TV, and you have another.
We have 10 grabbers.
Yes, but 5 is for local TV and the others for TV pages, right?
No, we have 10.
No?
We have wait, hold on a second. Let me.
Yes, I was reviewing the information in the spreadsheet.
Sorry, yes, we have 5, 2 stations per, yes, 5.
Per channel, per server, yes. 5 channels in duplicated, right? Is the 10 channels.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And see that you have the same configuration for TV Pay. 5 servers and 5 channels, is correct?
Mm-hmm.
Enrique, please add the legend related of the backup in the 5 channels, please. With backup. Okay, thanks.
Hey, Enrique, will you be able to share these diagrams later on? Okay,
Yes,
great.
sure.
Thank you.
Okay, once you have the recording, you're using Telepad in order to do the data entry. In this case, you have you capture the programs. I have the confused because I saw the titles, but Joanna clarified me that it's programs. They capture the breaks, ads, and sell promotions.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
When they finish this process, they perform cleaning atoms. I marked all the process that we need more clarifications or more details that are in red, well, in pink, more like pink, because we need to the details for this in order to see that everything is covered in the actual configuration. For example, the cleaning atoms for Mexico are, I don't know, maybe 50, Victor.
Okay, you can send me the diagram, and then I will check the rate state like this one and send you the list that is already included in our Telepad.
Yes, yes, please. Because we need to confirm that everything is okay. Maybe you can send it to Victor, because Victor has the more knowledge about all the cleaning atoms that we had in MediaPad, in order to confirm that everything is covered.
Okay.
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 No problem.
Because the cleaning atoms is performed in MediaPad during the data entry. They have 2 different shifts. That's why they perform some cleanings at the first shift and other cleanings at the end of the shift.
Okay.
But it must be reviewed.
It's actually, yes, we have 2 as well. It's just that they are more basic atoms at the data entry level that is called pre-cleaning, and then the final atoms that include a more detailed list. But okay. Yes, The same. I will send both of them to you.
Okay, thank you. Well, reviewing the document, I saw that you are performing rates inside Telepath. It's correct or is incorrect?
Yes, inside Telepath.
Okay. But because I saw that, for example, you perform by bands and by programs and
Correct.
special programs for TV. For radio, you only perform by bands.
By bands, yes, for radio. I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I'm hearing you a little bit off. I don't know if it's only me. Hello?
I don't know.
You mean like I heard a little bit of static? Is that what you mean?
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard it too.
Okay. I didn't know why. Well, I will try to continue. Tell me.
Se oye mejor, Quique. Se oye mejor.
Okay. Once you finish the data entry, you export the programs and ads for TV daily and for radio weekly. And I see that you have a module from A3 that you import the different data between from TV and radio. And in this case, you perform some clean verifications in order to detect that the new ads or something that is wrongly assigned in Telepath. And once you have everything correct, yes.
Well, actually, the A3 import master and the A3 import monthly are done for all of the media, meaning, well, not for all of the media, but for TV and radio during synchronization.
Yes.
So
yes, I see that it's a one single process.
You wrote A3 import monthly radio, so we do it for radio and TV and pay TV.
Okay.
And yes, and the clean data, it's not that we do any additional cleaning prior or before we run the import master. We do it while running the import master. So it's not that like we make another cleaning of a new different cleaning.
Yes. Okay, in this case, this is not, we won't need more clarification of this because it's part of the same, right?
It runs the quality that we do while running the import master. It appears when running the import master. It's not that we do sort of cleaning prior to insert that data into the import master.
Okay, it's clear now. Well, in fact, for rates, we need the details too, because we don't know if it's covered in the actual model that we are running, for example, for global, for rates, because in MediaPath we didn't perform any rates. Everything is done in A4. That's why we need to review the details about rates.
We synchronize, well, Hubert teams, when we extract the files from MediaPath, it extracts all the information, including the rates. So we basically import the information from Telepath to A3. We don't have to create a new table in A3 in order to enter the rates, making reference to TV and or radio. Also, we cannot modify any information related to rates in A3. That information just come imported from Telepath.
Okay.
But one question here. Is it possible to follow the standard setup related of the A4? This means that we manage the rates related of the radio and television into the A4 in the new design?
Yes, that's why I was asking to the details about rates in order to confirm that everything is covered in rates module in A4, because everything is done in A4.
Yes, but yes, exactly. But the question is for maybe for Pablo and Joanna.
Or, well, it depends on how you will configure. My answer will be, and I don't know that much a part of what I saw when Victor showed me the MediaPad. If we only use MediaPad to do the coding, and then the information can be submitted in A4 in terms of rates, well, okay. Right now we do everything in Telepad because that's what we configure first in Puerto Rico, Telepad. So in order for us to deliver the information, all those events or topics need to be included in order for us to export. Prior to that, it will appear errors. So I guess it depends on how we do the configuration.
Okay, good. I think it's necessary to schedule a meeting in order to show the setup, the Mexican setup by Victor. Okay.
Súper. No sé, por otro lado, Jesús, un poco nada más para clarificar, le comentes a Alejandra.
Victor, you showed the configuration, the Mexican configuration to Joanna, or not yet?
Only the first part related with the configuration of channels and the main tables, and nothing related with all the process.
Okay.
Hear Marcos in the background.
Se oye más Marco Chaparro que lo que dice. Yes, sorry. It's my neighbor, and yes, you know how to talk.
Okay. Well, we can continue. I see that you receive some logs from a provider, and maybe you need to clarify, but I saw
yes.
channels only.
Okay. No, it's Liberty and DirecTV. Liberty got choice. They used to be 3, and now there are only 2. DirecTV and Liberty. DirecTV is a satellite service provider, and Liberty is cable service provider.
Okay. Maybe in the spreadsheet it has this information wrongly, because okay. I saw choice there.
Okay. Okay, I will correct it.
Okay. And I see that you receive daily logs and monthly logs. Daily logs is I see that it's only to validate the information that everything is okay.
No. Sorry. Sorry, no. We don't receive daily logs. What we receive are what we call grids. It's related to programming, because the way we manage programming here in Puerto Rico, it's the guidelines and the procedures to check the programming titling. It's you can compare it a little bit with US. So we
correct
the reels, exactly. We receive the reels because the stations, like US said, stations, it's the owner of the title of the programs. So what we do is we receive those logs, and because we do it directly in Telepad and we don't have the mechanism that US has, where stations enter that information into their system, and the only thing analysts in Title do is check that those titles go according to guideline. We receive the grid, so the stations have to write those titles down in that grid. and then we enter that information based on our guidelines. That's why we receive those program material. I don't know if I explained myself.
If I understand, you only receive the daily programming. It's not a logs.
But
right?
it's because of our procedure of the guidelines. They have to provide to us the titles according to our guidelines, and we then insert that information and or tell the station whether those titles are correct or wrong, more or less like US do.
Okay.
But because in US stations enter their titles directly into a system and we don't have that system, we enter it in Telepath, and that's why we have to receive those reels.
You entered these reels in Telepath?
Sorry? No, we enter it manually.
Manually in Telepath?
Mm-hmm. Because we select the start time and time in Telepath, like you do, and we enter that information. Our coders enter that information, but we do it manually. It's just that in US, they have a system where stations have access to enter that information, and the analysts in US, what they do is check that those titles goes according to the guidelines. In Puerto Rico, since we use Telepath, we ask the stations to deliver a title reels based on our guidelines, and then we insert exactly the information that the station send us if it applies to our guidelines. And if they don't apply to our guidelines, we keep having communications with the stations in order for them to provide us programming based on what we expect them to do. I don't know if that explains a little bit.
Yes, I was trying to put in the diagram. You receive the real titles daily, and you manually data entry in Telepath in order to deliver it with the data that you will provide to the customers, right? Okay.
Yes.
But you receive another monthly logs that is for ads.
Those are the logs, the ad investment information that comes from the logs from DirecTV and Liberty.
Okay. Advertisement logs. Okay. And I saw the creatives. It's right.
The creative, we deliver only the creating from what we measure, which means we can deliver creatives from monthly advertisement logs. From pay TV, we only deliver creatives from radio, the 10 stations that we measure, print, outdoor.
Okay. And in this case, you don't receive any creative from the provider.
No, what we do is that we extract the creatives from Telepath direct to AdDynamics.
Okay.
Because we're not able as well to see radio and TV in A3, by the way. We insert them into AdDynamics.
Okay. Yes, I see that you import the information, maybe regarding the creatives, not the creative itself. The creatives itself will run on AdDynamics, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Hola. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Finally. I've been struggling with you. I wasn't able to be heard there, but I was gonna say that maybe Kike, if there's any doubt about this part, because I know it's not easy to understand everything Joanna's got to do especially for the titles. Like, for example, she receives them in advance just to be validated, because the network itself, it owns the titles. So if you're still having some doubts, maybe we can identify another moment and do it in Spanish if necessary. Okay. So just to make sure that we are absolutely clear how this works. The same for the rates. I guess, Joanna, when you see now that they're going to show you the way it's done in Mexico, you're going to like it because you're going to have the opportunity to define however you want to assign the rates. So you're not going to be as limited as you are today of what you recently told me about printed media.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, as I see another converter or something that you can take the creatives in order to convert, but it's only for dynamics, right? Not for A3.
That goes directly into a dynamics. Yes, exactly.
To here.
Mm-hmm.
Here. Oh. I don't know why, but okay, like this. Okay, another file, the RF. Yeah, I think it's for media monitor. It's correct?
Well, in our case, Ariana.
Ariana. RF is for Ariana, not for media monitor.
We don't use media monitor.
It's the same RF, but it's not for media monitor.
2TS is the same. We call RF the file that goes into Ariana, but what we run is 2TS, that you already have it there identified. The 2TS create the RF file.
Okay, but it's created in Telepath, right?
Created in Telepath to, yes.
And you introduce into the Ariana.
Into Ariana.
Okay. Into here. It's correct with the 2TM, right? It's the converter. 2TS. Okay.
2TM converts titling, programming and breaks to be synchronized with time information.
Oh. Well, I think it's correct now. Okay. And the tel is not for TS, right?
It's for 2TM. Tel is for 2TM. Tel generates the titles, the programs, and the breaks. Then we run the BAT 2TM, and it's inserted into Ariana.
Okay, but the RF is not going to the A3, right?
The RF file, no, it is called, the one that we create for A3, it's called, we create a file, we don't call it RF, but we introduce add investment into A3. It is
okay. Yes, I see that it's only you have a different extension for this, but it's the year, month, something like that, right?
It is called, hold up.
Siempre está en la Kennedy. Prepara, firma y llévate tu guía en Autogrupo Guía de la Kennedy. Aquí siempre.
Sorry about that.
Maybe you can give me the name later. We can continue, and after you can tell me. Okay, I see another process that is feedback sync, and in all the information that I was reviewing, I saw that it's only one way only from A3 to Telepath. Is correct? Or is two ways?
The feedback sync one way only, A3 to Telepath, yes.
Telepath, okay. Yes, because I see that you cannot create anything in Telepath because everything comes from the A3, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Okay. Well, it's quite difficult to understand, but let me continue.
Trust me, each time I try to explain either in Spanish and or English, I spend days after finally the person gets it. And the only way I have noticed for people to get it is by at least doing it once. Because it has a lot of manual steps.
Yes, I saw it. Okay. One question, the show seeker, I saw that is a log that you introduce in Ariana, but what is the source for that?
Because we don't measure all the programming of every station in Telepath. Client service needed to provide program titling to clients in terms of some of the pay TV stations that are important to our market. So there is an agency called ShowSeeker that provides titling programming to different sources like the cable companies, satellite companies, etc. And what we do is, I believe we buy that log, and I can confirm to you that. I don't know why we buy it, but we do. That log that includes the information in terms of the programs of those pay TV stations that we don't measure. And that log goes directly into Ariana when we run the 2TM. The 2TM goes to a file, read the log, and we introduce that log into Ariana. We don't do any type of quality. We don't make any modification or edit anything. What we receive directly from this outsourced provider, it's introduced into Ariana in terms of program. We receive it on a weekly basis every Tuesday for the upcoming week.
Yeah, that's something like television networks, Kike.
Yes, now I understand. That's why I put it as weekly TV paid for outsourcing, and it's introduced into Ariana through the 2TM, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Now it's clear. Okay, I saw another converter that you use for dynamics. It takes all the information for all the different media and process everything. I saw that it's taking 3 hours.
Yes, it's the... Actually, I don't know the word nor in Spanish or English. El ejecutable.
The execute.
That is prepared to extract the information from A3 to a dynamic. So what that does is that import all the information from A3 into a dynamics. The situation that we have right now is that it runs everything from day one from every media, even though we are just delivering TV. So you can say that on a daily basis, we're delivering the data all over again since day one.
Yes, I saw it. You collect all the medias in order to have everything. I put it here.
Exactly.
Regionals and PO, those magazine.
That's why the procedure takes almost 3 hours, because even though we're just delivering TV, that is the only media we deliver on a daily basis, only 5 stations, it takes almost 3 hours, because actually it is updating all the information that we have in A3 and importing them all over again.
Okay.
That time increases through time, Johan. So it's different when doing it in January than when doing it in November.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Got
it can increase for a couple of minutes more. Right now we're almost 3 hours.
Okay, thank you.
In this case, I saw some rates that you received from outsourcing or a broadcaster. Is correct?
We received.
Or you receive it from here to Telepath?
Well, it depends. If we're talking about the rates that are making reference to the pay TV logs that come from DirecTV and Liberty, we receive those rates from DirecTV and Liberty. The rates from radio stations, we receive them from the radio stations. The rates for print, we receive those from the newspapers and magazines.
Okay, but you introduce these rates into the A3?
We enter rates in A3 from outdoor and print.
Okay, only outdoor and print.
Mm-hmm. For pay TV, we insert them in a local application that we created in order for us to insert those rates prior to introduce that login to A3.
Okay, you have another application?
We have what we call A3 Fixer. When we receive the pay TV logs, we run that application in order to include the rates to the log prior to importing to A3.
Okay. And you call it?
A3 Fixer.
A3 Fixer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I think everything is covered from TV. I don't know if someone has more questions, comments. I will continue with radio. That is quite similar, but it has some differences. Okay. For radio, I saw that you have 6 servers with 18 radio stations. Is correct?
I will have to confirm that to you.
Okay. Okay, I see that the radio is almost the same process as TV. You go to Telepath to do the data entry, export information to A3, and then you export to Ariana and to Dynamics, because radio is not delivered on Ariana, right?
No, it's not delivered on Ariana because we don't deliver locally the audience information for radio, even though we sell it. But we don't manage that information in Puerto Rico offices. So.
Okay. Yes, I see that it's only for Dynamics.
Ad investment, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, the question is daily?
Weekly.
Weekly.
Mm-hmm.
Export something from A3 with this Dynamics export, right?
Sorry, come again?
You export information from radio with this dynamic export only. You don't need it something else.
No, we run the same procedure about the import master, import monthly, the convert TCV image, but nothing else.
Nothing else more. Okay. Okay, I think it's covered. And that's it for radio, because I see that everything is the same. The creatives and almost everything is the same. Some changes in the exports only. Okay, for magazines, it's quite difficult to understand even, because I see that you are running manual process for enter the catalogs for advertisement, categories, agency, brand group, and brand. No. You perform it in A3 manually, right?
It is already in the database. What are you referring to manual process? What are you making reference to manual process? We have that information already in the system. If we have a new category or a new advertisers and or a new agency that we have to create, we create it equally in both systems, but manually process to enter that information, no, we only, no, not for
created in DPPF. I see that the DPPF database is separately from A3. It's not part of the same database, or is the same, because it was confused.
It's the same database. Okay. DPPF, it's a reader only.
Okay.
It's a reader, and I don't know how to call it. You can create information in DPPF, but it doesn't store any information. It just imports
that. Okay. Now it's clear. But I saw that is everything. You need to create everything in Telepath and in DPPF, or is almost in A3, right?
No, I think the only part where you might be getting a little bit of confusion there is that when we do the synchronization part, when we run the import master, when doing the cleaning inside import master, that's where we can see if one event is miscredited, whether in Telepath and or A3, and then we have to go to each of the applications to manually fix the error.
Yes, now I understand.
In terms of category, advertiser, and agency. Okay. But we don't have to do it on a daily basis with everything that we create from print. What we do is, while synchronizing TV and radio, if something is miscredited, whether in Telepath and or A3, we have to go to the system, the application that have it incorrect, and fix it manually.
Okay. Now it's clear. Because I was confused with the text that you put in the spreadsheet. I will erase this because it's quite it was a confuse for me. Okay, you take the information from the DPPF and export the creatives to A3.
Correct.
And even though to move to Dynamics, right?
Yes.
Okay. I saw that you have different schedules for the magazine and newspapers, daily, weekly, etc.
We have those are the the type of circulations of print. The deliveries, we have 2 weekly and monthly.
Okay, yes, I see it in the weekly and monthly here in the deliverables. Well, you put that you're using PDFs. Can you please tell me what is the number of, what is the PDF of this kind of outlets?
Okay, I will confirm that information to you as well.
Okay.
Right now, I believe they are 4, but I will confirm that to you.
Okay.
Because we're having issues with El Nuevo Día now, so I lost track, but I will confirm that to you.
Okay. I saw that you have another manual data entry for print for some specific outlets. Is right? That you perform directly in A3.
No.
No?
No.
Everything is in the PPF.
We can enter information from A3 as well, but we use DBPF. We don't manage any of the publications directly from A3. They all go through DBPF.
Okay. I saw that you are using the QC tool in order to review the quality of the information. Do you get the report from A3? Is right?
Yes.
Okay. I think well you are following the standard process for the PPF, and I don't go deeper in that process because I know that it's standard. Okay, that's why I only put this kind of reference for the PPF.
Okay.
And for outdoors, I saw that you measure 450 or maybe 500 displays, and it could be 1,950 events that you.
Hours, yes.
You are taking a macro that was created for one of your team in order to get the work or the list of this kind of displays, the ubication or something like that, in order that you can perform the field review, right? Is right?
Correct.
Okay. And I put all the process that you put in the spreadsheet because I think it's very, very useful. You get the location, upload information into A3, and in A3 you assign the brand, product, all the descriptions, right?
In
A3. Or in the spreadsheet.
In the spreadsheet.
Okay, that was my confused. Let me put some notes here. Format. Let's do other. No. Okay, it's in Excel. Okay, and you run the cleaning process to upload information to check the errors, right? And you export into AppDynamics, or you export into A3?
A3.
A3.
Well, we upload the information into A3.
And after you export to Dynamics. Okay. That's right. I think it's everything that you are explaining to us in the previous session is, tell me if it's correct or we need to add something.
I believe it's more or less what we do, yes.
Okay, maybe you can you can review the diagram, and maybe you can make some notes or corrections there.
I will.
The most important here is that you can provide the details that I mentioned in order that we can review the details and check if everything is covered in the actual configuration that we had.
Okay.
Well, that's all for me, Benjamin. I don't know. The next step will be to receive the detailed information and review if everything is covered. I have reviewed the database, and I identified that we have some difference with the length of the labels or the descriptions. That's the only thing that I found.
Okay. I think after we receive the information by Joanna, we need to create the diagram related of the to be versions. And correct. I think in parallel I think Victor needs to show the Mexican setup to Joanna. When we will review the new diagram related of the to be version, we can decide if we continue follow this setup. Because after we listen all the details, I think is very, or is not complicated to create the proper setup for Puerto Rico.
Yes, for me it's the same perception.
Okay. Okay, I think after we receive the information, we create it. I don't know how many time we need to spend on it in order to receive the information, and another time to create the new diagram related of the to be version.
Maybe you need to analyze all the details that we are requesting, Joanna, and tell us what is the best time for you to have everything.
Okay, so you need from me to clarify
an example, some description or some layouts, for example, for the logs that you receive, the rate attribution, how it is performed in details, the layouts of the exports, on how is the layouts that you are entering into the Dynamics or Ariana, something like that. Because in this case, we need to review that we had all the information required.
Okay.
If not, we need to add something, and we need to review what is the gaps.
Okay. I will work on that as soon as possible to have it ready by the end of this week or next week.
Okay. I don't know, Vic, if we can configure a call with Joanna in order to show the end-to-end process, the Mexican process.
Yeah, sure, Benjamin.
And the next week is good for you?
That's okay for me. Yep.
Okay. Enrique, please configure this call in order to show the Mexican setup.
Okay. The problem is that I will be on vacation, but I tell you the way that I am doing in order that you can record the
Okay.
session.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know.
See you then.
Kathy, you have some comments?
No, not at this point.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks. I see you in the next week or meeting. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds
Bye-bye.
good. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.